They say that I talk too loud.
Come on in, girl.
No.
I feel alive. Oh, so we're going to do it. Good morning, everyone. I just hop up on my bubbles and fly. Everything that I ever wanted will be given to me. It will be given to me. It will be given to me. Everything that I ever wanted will be given to me. It will be given to me. It will be given to me.
If you need the blueprint, just watch me. Buy back the blocks, not a game like Monopoly. I wake up in the vortex, tuning into my soul.
I wish I had this on the Facebook, but that's what I have to see. Well, click on the link below.
I just hop up on my bubbles and fly.
Let's see. Good morning, QB. Good morning, Melvin, Veronica, Courtney, Cedra, Ash, Makina, Veronica, Miss Glenn, Nicole, Maria, Jamaica. Good morning, good morning. You packing your car in there? That's what's up. Good morning, Travis and Mackenzie. Yes, live in Miss Lynn's house. Thank you. I can taste it every morning when I wake. I'm jumping in my vortex, y'all. To be in my room. We in Miss Lynn's boom boom room, okay? Her boom boom room is so dope. Like, I've been all rolling around on the floor of her boom boom room, like listening to her music that she plays in her boom boom room. It's so dope. It's so dope to be in everybody's, and y'all know me, so y'all know I'm always trying to get up into somebody's boom boom room. And her boom boom room is dope. And I'm just so comfortable. But it's like, when I'm hearing her boom boom room, it feels like it should be mine. So I'm having a ball. Oh Lord, Jamaica. Jamaica, listen. Jamaica, you've been putting a lot of stuff on Facebook that I've been cracking up. It's like time to go on the road. I mean, you are the next big thing, the next comedian. You're hilarious. Look, everyone. Look at the shirt. Bears and Bubbles shirt. What's the guy name for Colorado again?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Hayes.
Hayes? Mays. Thank you, Maze, for my shirt. I wish I'd have brought my letter that he sent with me. It was like so heartwarming. But I really, really thank you. Look at my Bears and Bubbles bangers. I don't know if I would want to repeat it, but I mean, he just was like telling me, you know, he's had a pleasure to watch me grow from being up here with my fucked up thoughts, you know what I'm saying, fucking my mind up, to watching me be on the road here, making my dreams come true, and it was my first fan mail, so he said, and that made me feel really good. And I like the way he said it, like, to watch you go from having a mind full of fucked up thoughts, you know, to out here, you know, manifesting my dreams. And that was some real shit. And it's like, as I'm meeting people on the road, you know, and they're telling me their accounts of the things that they saw, the shows, not the shows, but the teachings that made things shift for them, how watching some of the things I did show them how they were and how they weren't being accountable, and it just made it make more sense for me. And while we're up here, again, like, I love my bangers. If y'all see my bangers, Ham Jordan with the Bears and Bubbles bangers, get your Bears and Bubbles bangers from Ham Jordan. And yes, I like my whole get up. So we will be mass producing t-shirts at some point. They're going to be screen print. This is just his first draft that he put together for me to have while I was on the trip, and I just feel super like excited, like I feel honored, you know, to be the face of the movement. Like, look what Jay did. It's amazing. So, of course, having this on and listening to the Bears and Bubbles song this morning is just like, I can't even, I'm dealing with how that feels right now on camera, because I had not played that song and then looked at myself with this shirt on and the earrings and like, yo, this is something that's really real. This is something that, I call it wearing your vision board. You know, you have on a shirt or accessories that speak to you daily, and then you can ride around listening to the music that keeps you aligned, in tune with yourself, keep you in your boom boom room happy, you know what I'm saying, making it real easy for you to remember to say, get the fuck from around me, because you know that you've created this barrier around you that you're only going to let goodness and happiness penetrate through if you have anything to do with it. And so that's great. After this, we're on our way to Dallas to meet up with Oma Lola, and Shamika and her daughter will be there. So many of y'all are riding down to get to see us, and I'm excited about that. But look at the manifestations that have taken place right in front of everyone's eyes. Like, this thing is growing, and talking to Sonya, it's just like, it came from the first inkling for her to be like, yo, come, Naked Girls Texas, Naked Girls Texas. It was like, okay, Naked Girls Texas. She like, Naked Girls Texas. She put that out there. And me and Shamika was like, yo, chapter, Naked Girls Texas, Naked Girls Texas, Naked Girls Texas. I don't know, I mean, until being right here, I don't know if I gave her the credit for what her vibration sent out there for me. You know what I'm saying? And so when y'all watching this, this is Miss Hashtag that y'all think is just putting stuff up there every day, thinking like she could just hashtag shit fast. No, she is like, I'm a visionary, and she putting the shit up that she see. She's not just putting no words. Now, me knowing her even closely now, she is sitting to the side saying, damn it, Chris, don't put no light on me. It's not about me. But for me, being in her presence, just like looking at how everything is coming together, it's just one of the examples that shows that everybody's vibration, once you put it out there, it attaches on with people that's vibing on the same frequency as you, and we are all intermingling with each other when the paths are crossed. And now here we are. And so here we are. And I love it. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on this journey. I'm happy that you're watching it. And I cannot wait to hear what message that Jay has for us today, because there's been so much that has been happening since we have been on this trip. And like you saw, we went to the radio station yesterday, great manifestation. We've been on the Dennis Sperling show, great manifestation. And I am telling you that every place we have walked into when we knew this is where we're supposed to be has been has had naked girls in there. Like women, when you walk in, you like, she is a naked girl. And instantly you feel the thing that says, oh my goodness, I've been waiting to be connected to this my whole life. Every last one of us. I was telling Sonya about like how it feels when I'm around Deidre and stuff like that. I'm like, everybody has that thing that says, yo, I felt different my whole life, but I knew I wasn't crazy. Can you imagine how this feels to be walking around like this 40 years, you know what I'm saying, 50 years, feeling like I am this mutant that I know I'm not, that you looking around at the world saying, why the fuck don't you see this? Why don't you feel this? Like, or you saying, why am I so in tune to something that other people are not in tune to? It has to be more people out there. Where would I find them? And as we all gather in this space, you know, in our Bears and Bubbles space, it is a collective, I think, melting pot of like-minded people that's been searching for each other their whole lives, that says, I am the cooler kid, despite what society is telling me. And I'm so fucking the shit. I think you deserve to see me and hear me on some platform. And so, you know, y'all are reaching out to us. We are reaching out to you. And together we are all being receptive, floating in the sea of fuck itness. And letting it drift us and guide us to where it wants us to go. And I am excited to see what conversation we are all having, and not just a month, like 6 months from now. It's so dope. It's so dope. That's how I connected with the LA stuff. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm not really lost for words in the sense of like, it's just like I'm getting a chance to feel. I hope y'all can feel off of me like I've gotten a chance to be in the presence of all these women. And when Jay say this is a move, when we say this is a movement, and Jay say I'm building an army of women, when I am in these women's, when in the presence of each one of the women that I have mentioned thus far, I'm like, I could see the power. I could see really the thing where we be like, when, you know, black women like, I've been carrying, black women been carrying the race on their backs since slavery. And you be like, bitch, no, you haven't. But now I can see how we could carry the race on our back. I can see that. I can see what I'm linking up around. I can see how Bears and Bubbles is raising the confidence level of each and every one of us, because we were living in the world that said, dim down your light. And you've been thinking, as nobody else like me. So I can see how we all linking up. Now, I ain't saying the men ain't out there too, but you know what I'm saying, right now, I'm meeting a lot of women. But even so, the few men that I have met, it's funny to see how it's almost like with this Bears and Bubbles laws of attraction, there is no gender in it. It is, we are all extensions of ourselves. So as much as I'm like the women, or they're looking at me saying they're like me, it's the same way that I'm like some of the dudes up here, or they're like me. Like we are all seeing ourselves in each other. That's how fucking real it is. That is how real it is. What's up, Quizbird? What's up, Kelly? Thank you. Yo, Guru said, Drop the hashtag. I did. Instantly things change. Yep. Ronnie says, black women have been the most inspiring to me lately. It's made me want to get off my ass and do something great or make some improvements on myself. That's right. There's only two people. Gender doesn't regulate. Petty in this bitch. So yeah, it's like, and that's when when Jay say we control the atmosphere. And so when you walk around and you see an army full of real women changing shit, you can't do nothing but gather men. I remember at the church I used to go to, and he used to say, it's going to be 10,000 men because there are 10,000 women. And where the women are, the men will be. And I'm like, I'm excited to see this grow. I'm excited to see who is on the team. I'm excited to see how we pick this race up on our backs and say we are deliberately manifesting how we're going to do. Like, we're going to write this shit down and we're going to know exactly how we're going to maneuver it, and we're going to see ourselves doing exactly what we said we were going to do. And that shit is fucking dope, knowing that we're going to do that. And the reason why I know that everybody will be on board is because you watching us do it now on this level. And we're not, I was saying to Shamika, yes, I said, there is no way that we're doing what we're doing, because she was joking. She said, I think my phone is tapped, because her phone was charged and we was talking. She had all the service, but her call kept dropping. So we laughed a little bit. I said, well, this is as big as what we think it is. We should be expecting our phone to be tapped. Or else why are we doing it? Because we're not doing it for them not to wonder about our moves. We doing this because this is something that's great, so great and life-changing that we're changing history as we speak. And that's the whole purpose. Let's see. Like how I got more hours at work on a daily. Fuck that. I want a new job. Exactly. And I can't tell where my time is ending from where it's beginning. I barely know what today is. I know because I know when we were having our first Naked Girls thing. But it's like I'm going to sleep. It's like I'm taking naps and waking back up. I'm not going to sleep for the night to the next day. I don't have no monumental moments when I'm going to sleep and waking back up. So it's making my days continuous. And that it makes you change the way you look at time, the way you look at age. It doesn't say you don't have enough time to do what you need to do, and that you'll ever get too old to believe that you can do anything great. And then that you look at the youth and say it's never too soon to be able to teach them this concept of bears and bubbles and expect them to be able to live and manifest their own things by what you're teaching them. So I feel good this morning. Jay should be on the way to Lynn's studio and her boom boom room. Sorry, I'm gonna talk. Oh, okay. Hopefully, I'm gonna call Saya in here so she can get on the camera a little bit and talk to y'all about how she feel about Bears and Bubbles, or us being here, or her own involvement in the manifestation of her proclaiming that there will be a Naked Girls Texas chapter. And now here we go. And I know it's been over a year, let's say maybe a year and a half since the first time I remember her popping up on the scene, yelling that out, but just how this is all coming together for her. Miss Lynn?
Let me zoom in on the shirt for them so they can see really what this guy is.
Miss Lynn.
Explain to them what's in the head, what's going on in your head.
So, if you see, we have the Bears and Bubbles green and pink. It's showing you how I'm thinking and how it's always the child in you deciding to say, I want to be on a green bubble or a pink bubble.
And the bubbles that they're blowing are turning into the bears. The bears
Yeah.
are made of bubbles.
It's dope. Can you see it? Can you see it?
And we're working on a cartoon and an app as well.
It's dope. Thoughts become things. These bubbles become bears. The shit is just dope. This shit is dope. Miss Lynn. I don't know where Miss Lynn is. I think she's in the secret compartment in her boom boom room. You know she got two. She got two boom boom rooms. She got the boom boom room that she invite people into. Then she got the boom boom
The
room.
goddamn holiest of the holiest back boom boom rooms. The back and the back.
Come on, Miss Lynn. Thank you, Marquita.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Good morning, boo.
Hello, how are you?
Great, great.
Fantastic. Excellent intro. Word up, squad. Welcome to the A-Town, ATX. Austin in the house.
Let me see. Veronica says, I'm so ready to throw all my cornball ass t-shirts out so I can rock all the shirts. I know.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be rocking all Bears and Bubbles, Naked Girls, Total Woman, Black Monopoly, like all Turn This Church. Like we're gonna have our own line of clothing that we could go right to one site and get all that shit off of.
And if everybody just wear it, everything is taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the way we want to do it. We get your line popping, do something, create something, create something. We want you to make money. We want all us to spend under this one umbrella. Like
Exactly.
it just is. It's not that hard because we're trying to fund the movement, and if we spend under this one umbrella, if everybody's spending with each other, the people that don't have a product, make a product. So y'all rap, or Sonya, you rap. It's your floor right now. Chris, if you want to stay up there with her and help her, or moral support or whatever. So Sonya,
Yes.
you got the floor right now. Like, what's up, Bears and Bubbles? This is the class. This is the class. What made, you say what you want to say. Read the comments. Or...
Okay. Well, I'm incredibly honored and endeared to the Clark family for the Bears and Bubbles, and the extended family that brought Bears and Bubbles to Javon, and Bears and Bubbles First Lady, Miss Chris, and and to the squad, to the family. Thank y'all. I appreciate you for having me. Okay. So I don't know. Y'all have to help me.
So, we was talking yesterday about you first putting it out there, like, yo, Naked Girls, Texas.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was
Absolutely.
before Bears and Bubbles.
Okay.
Yeah, that was before Bears and Bubbles.
Okay, because naked is what I wanted to be. Naked is what I was. Naked is what I was becoming. Naked is what I knew was necessary for me. And so in my profession, in my career, in my endeavors, of course, I wanted my work to match my blue dot. Okay.
Because they want to see your face. They want you to talk to them.
Okay. Y'all know I'm new to the game, so this is here. All right. So in my professional endeavors, I just found an internal conflict and wanted my career to line up with who I was. And so having coached and taught and done other things, I gave those a lot of my time, effort, energy, of course, 100% of me. But at the end of the day, I was just like, there's something else. Okay, there's another thread that I'm missing. I've been in healthcare, I've been helping the youth, I've been in mental health, I've been in fitness, all of those things to try to find my niche as far as saving our race. I'm like, what else am I here for? Aside from playing my role as a woman with a man and my kids and then extending that to my community, you know, yeah. And so immediately off the top, my community is Black, and then it's the females, it's the ladies. So I was just trying to get to the core. Getting to the core of who I was helped better lead me to where, to find out what it is that I needed to do, that I was supposed to do. It put me right on track, put me right in line with Javon and his videos, and that lined up with everything in my past. And so when you brought Bears and Bubbles in, that put me in line with where I was in the present and where I was going in the future. And so in one of your videos, you was like, wait till you meet my chick, you know? And I knew then that there was something else, that Naked Girls was coming, like, okay, he's doing these videos, she's gonna be an extension of him. So I knew you would have a platform, you know, something to give to the females, to the ladies. And so when Naked Girls popped up, I was just like, oh, absolutely, I'm number 3. Let's do this. What you need from me? Where do we need to go? How do we need to proceed? What's the next step? Y'all the original, y'all the OGs, you got the platform, you got the plan, put me in the game. Yeah,
so this is what we're gonna have a joke. We're gonna have a joke on the Almost Famous too. It's like Shamika started Naked Girls. You number 2, and every other Naked Girl is number 3.
Number 3.
They all got their reason.
So we can be the number 3 squad. We 300.
Yeah.
Nobody got them. Yeah.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
Having said that, because this is where I ask you some questions. Let me get both of y'all a chair. Why not? And I can
So this
adjust
is
it.
cool.
I want to ask y'all some questions.
I'm good on the desk. I'm good on the desk. That's cool.
Okay, so this is where I want to ask y'all some questions. As far as the order of things. So Sonya, you discovered my page first.
Absolutely.
And you watched my videos. And then you saw the Naked Girls through me sharing their stuff.
You know, I'm not sure, but probably. You know, I think Chris started doing a couple of videos on campus during her break and so forth. Yeah, that was real live. You was in school and you started going live. Yeah, you started going live on campus, and then Shamika came. I think you introduced Shamika. Or, you know, Shamika was introduced through us. And
that's what happened. Yeah, remember I used to have, I was like, Shamika, come up. Probably she came.
Yeah.
My homegirl, my number 1. Yeah.
And
So
so
I'm like, oh, okay, they're a dynamic duo. It's about to be ridiculous. Yeah, she not coming by herself. You know, it's major weight. And so, then thus the Naked Girls. And I think it was the blog even. I joined the blog because I was like, what can I do? And Shamika was like, or either you, probably you, because I think I was in contact with you first on Messenger. Join the blog. So I ready to start reading the blog. And that was it. Started corresponding with Shamika. I want to be a Naked Girl. I am a Naked Girl, so what's next? You know?
So that's what I commend, because a lot of women don't just, and I mean, and that's the whole thing of what the movement is about. It's like loving yourself and your sister so that we could come together and do this thing. A lot of women don't just walk out when they see something that they want to be a part of, say, I fuck with it and I want this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So everybody understand, like, when I met Shamika, somebody introduced me to her and said, yo, it's this girl, she got a forum. And he was like, I think you should speak on her thing. I met her the night of the forum. Shamika had bought food for me a couple of times before, but I didn't know who she was and I didn't know anything about a Naked Girl. The first night that I saw the Naked Girl logo and saw that she was natural and didn't have, I was like, I know what she's trying to do. This ain't no naked shit. This ain't no porn shit. This is, and then I heard the poem. I was like, oh shit. I was like, my wife is a Naked Girl. That's the first thing my mind thought. Same thing you said. I said, my wife is a Naked Girl. Like, this shit is dope. So me and her became friends, and I always was like, yo, you and my wife gotta be friends. And, you know, for the same reason that black women don't get along now, They both say, I don't need no new friends and da-da-da, and I don't want to meet nobody. Yeah. So it's like, when they clicked and I saw them do Feedback Fridays, that's when I was like Jay-Z or somebody. I was like Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when I saw y'all do Feedback Fridays, the Naked Girls do Feedback Fridays together, I was like, oh shit, I will put all my eggs in this basket, because this two black women talking with some fucking sense, first of all, not talking about some bullshit, funny, beautiful, can be ratchet, talk about ratchet subjects, but the whole thing is about, y'all know what the Naked Girls is about. And to be in Houston and to come down here and you literally like, we going on the radio station tomorrow. In Austin, I always keep saying Austin. You like, we going on the radio station tomorrow. And we know how all that went. And we just walked up on the radio station. Walked in, they like, oh, okay, switch up your, switch y'all talking about. And it's just like, on the air, boom, Naked Girls, wham. Like,
that sound like good content.
The voice of Houston. I mean, I keep saying Houston, Austin.
Yep.
Like, this lady is known, and they loved us, and we loved them. And just to see how y'all, that black love was just, yo, when those cheat codes ain't there, women are like silly and netty. They just love each other. When women look at each other, because they know the struggle. They know what it took to get here, to stand here and smile in their own skin and say, I'm beautiful and you're beautiful. I'm watching it as a man. Even there was a 15-year-old kid there, boy, yesterday. He was looking at this shit and he was awestruck. Like, when you see black women look at each other, it's like, when it's, I can imagine if it's somebody blind touching, face each other for me, so y'all see what I'm saying, and like touch each other's face, like if y'all was blind. You see what I'm saying? That's how y'all look to me talking to each other. Like literally, like literally, like I like this about you. I like. That's how black women look talking to each other. To me, as a man, it's the most purest, most innocent, honest little girl thing I have ever seen. And it almost makes me cry. It makes me cry because I know for a fact that that's what black women need.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
I almost feel like if I can see you, when I can see you, then I can admire you. You know? I'm like, oh my gosh, your eyes are stunning. Do your eyebrows naturally grow like that? You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, I've never seen a nose like positioned so perfectly in between two eyes in my life before. I've never seen lips curl up and puck out like, oh my goodness, you are a god, a goddess. Our creator's craftsmanship, he laid it down on you. That's ridiculous. And I see me in you, like, look how he designed you. That makes me absolutely appreciate me, you know, and you, and I see me in you.
You can't
your
see
hair
that.
is like, your edges look like my edges, you know, your neck hairline looks like my hairline. You get your fingernails look like your
see
like
ourselves
me.
with the mask on.
Right.
So you can't. The same way you say how a woman she shave up all her hair, and you know you take away the pheromones, you know, that attracts you to a man. When we cover it all up, we cannot see the things about each other that we can admire that makes us seem so. That makes us seem so similar, and then that's why it makes it easy for us to damn cut each other off.
Yeah, put each other down. And you said admire, and I think I said admire too, but I think the word we've been on is appreciate.
Appreciate.
To add value to. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, you're amazing. Stock, adding stock to each other's stock. You know? By merely being in each other's presence and being able to see each other. I literally can see you.
And this is the wild thing about it to me. It has nothing to do with height, weight, complexion. It has nothing to do with eye color, hair texture, or nothing. It has something to do with just simply saying, you're me. If you can't love yourself, how the fuck can you love something else? And that's what we totally don't get. We totally don't get it. And loving yourself is not understanding fucking African history and African consciousness and all that shit. Loving yourself is saying, yo, I look at myself, I got a lazy eye. I think I'm probably the most handsome motherfucker on the face of this earth. But I don't like my lazy eye. And I've accepted I'll never like my lazy eye. But it's part of me. And as a whole, I love everything about me. It's not like I'm going to walk around in every fucking thing. I'll be like, yo, the very thing that I don't like, I'm going to highlight it, and this is the best thing about me. I'm not Craig Momming myself. When I look at myself in the mirror, I say, damn, I got a lazy eye. And the older I get, the lazier my shit get. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, but I love this motherfucker right here. It's like, it's like, I compare it to like sex. If you fucking with somebody and the sex good and they got 3 fingers, in no other situation you might say, fuck me, you 3-finger motherfucker. Or you would tell a motherfucker the truth. Or when you drunk, you tell a motherfucker the truth. You peg leg son of a bitch, you tall, ugly motherfucker, I love you though. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where the truth is the fucking truth. And it so resonates, so clear. And I'm telling you, I swear to God in Jesus Christ's precious name, I'm a male. When I see y'all looking there, as I don't look at y'all sexually like that. It takes away the fucking thing. The shit it takes away the fucking very thing that men lie, connive, and break your fucking heart for. Because it's like, when a man, that don't mean a man ain't gonna still want a woman, but when a man see a woman in her purity, he respect her on just a total different fucking level. You don't know how to go at her. It ain't no game you could create for a motherfucker that look like they know themselves. You ever see the Nation of Islam when them women be sitting there in that white? And how the fuck do you roll up on that? How you, tell me. I mean, seriously. When them women in the Nation of Islam got their hijab on and shit, and they got on all white, and if you remember that, you can't walk up on them sisters and say nothing but, sister, I've been watching you, I like you, and specifically what I want from you. And just, it's almost a fuck nigga repellent. I damn near wish there was some kind of uniform we damn near can get. Just for certain days of the week, like Marcus Garvey. Just almost like some Ella Fitzgerald type Billie Holiday. Every black woman put on all black, a set of white pearls and a red flower in their hair, one day a week. Well, it's just like, you can't deny, motherfucker, you can't deny this. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny this. So it's a situation where yesterday that little boy, 15 years old, was looking at 4 older women, and then the owner of the radio station came in there, older naked girl. You know what I'm saying? Natural.
And you know, I felt when what's her name again? Simona.
Yes,
Simona.
Yeah.
And just to hear her, like, to know that this woman has to cover her hair up so that her sisters don't look at her as if she has something that's more beautiful than them.
And she already got those green eyes.
So she can't do nothing about that.
And she said something that was dope. She said, when I finally embraced that word mulatto. So on her page, she says mulatto. She calls herself mulatto. You know, and it's a funny thing. That was a word that was just like hated from both sides. Somebody like Dana in Squad, white girl, got a little black girl swagger, got kids by a black man, and her kid's black, but she white. And black folks saying, you want to be black, and white folks saying, you sell out nigga love. You see what I'm saying? So I can understand how a person could be. Everybody got their own thing or why they feel like they in the ditch per se. She might just have been mulatto and everybody, you think you better in your hair, da 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 da. And then I got my thing with being a big guy. People think because you big, you ain't get fucked with. That's what me and Dennis Furless was talking about. The big niggas, they gonna try you a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so amazing to see how, Sonya, what made you like, your confidence and like y'all getting on the fucking radio? Because we actually had to call Sonya off like a pit bull. Like, y'all want to perform here, y'all want to do this. You're like, nah, Shamika can't come to this day. What about alumni? Well, George can't. It's like you were just saying shit that I'm like, how is this girl think she gonna set all this shit up? And it's shit that you just believe could be done with no idea of knowing how. How does that come about? Like,
it's just, excuse me, it's part of who I am. Yeah, it's part of my blue dot. My blue dot tells me if it gave it to me, then it's already done. I just gotta walk through. If I have the idea, then the roadmap has already been paved. And I just gotta put one step in front of the other.
So you don't feel no shame calling, asking, getting rejected, what? Because I've seen you maneuver, and the way you maneuver is just like Chris. It's just like Shamika.
Yeah.
I watch these girls order their food, and it's like, oh wow, all naked girls are the same. Mm-hmm. Can you give me this with this? Not any of that. A little bit of extra of that, but that costs more. Really? Why should I pay extra for that? It's over here. And it's like, I'm sitting here like, all these girls are the same. Mm-hmm. All of them. It's like, it's almost like, man, I done got to this point. I'm not gonna be denied. I'm not gonna look down. I'm not gonna feel weak. I'm gonna ask, because that's one of the things I admire about my wife. My wife will call the fucking phone bill and just be nice and talk, and they be like, well, we're gonna give you a $50 credit. And she be like, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm calling all the bills. I'm calling every one of these motherfuckers, asking them for something. And it's like, how much more so should you feel like that as your natural self? Because at one time, we women, in y'all own way, walked around being a peacock, using your looks or your body or whatever sensuality to get attention and getting what you want. But now it's like, how does that feel? Like, do you feel like you have magic or superpowers? Explain how that fucking feels. Because we got a song called Black Girl Magic. And that's why I came up with the beat and the idea for the song, and talking to Chris and Shamika, like, I want this song to be like this. Because when I watch Chris and Shamika maneuver, I watch the room follow them. Yeah. And then when I watch y'all maneuver, I watch everybody follow y'all. It's gonna be dope to see y'all two, Omalola, Shamika daughter, Jamaica, Ashlyn, Missy, whoever come, like, to see. And I got my camera charged now because I'm filming, I'm documenting this. But it's like seeing some female lions walking, and it's like, everybody know these motherfuckers can tear shit down if they want to and hunt. But they like, we ain't even hunting right now. Like, how does that feel?
Foraging.
Yeah, how does that?
Hunting,
yeah, it's like y'all coming together.
Berries off the tree, getting the picnic together, getting it ready.
How does that feel though? It's like I'm so descriptive. I didn't ask the fucking question, but how does that feel? Do y'all feel like that?
I mean, I wake up every day to be like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's the
whole
whole
point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel good that it's connected to something that is better than some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So, because I ain't never not want to be able to be that person.
Right.
And I feel good that it's coming out as me, who I am, without needing to put nothing else. And that shit feels even more powerful. Yeah. Because I'm like, bitch, you're not going to look like me.
Yeah.
Being like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it feel good. And I mean the bitch in the terms of a dearment way. Like, not like I don't, but it's like I don't expect her to look like me. She don't expect, but we do look alike.
Yeah.
And we could see that. So it's like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first time, like I said, me and Shamika knew each other from being in some similar spaces when we was younger. But when we walked in that night, I had got there late. Remember? And I had walked up. And I walked in with my get up on, you know what I'm saying, peacocking in there, you know what I'm saying, and her shit. And she walked over to me. She said, who this bad bitch in here? It must be your bitch looking back. She gave me her compliment, you know what I'm saying, but she walked up with the same peacock, like, you know this my shit and this is my. But I see your shit. Who's this bitch? It got to be on your bitch because
It's
you know what I'm
like
saying?
instantly.
And
She
it was
walked
just
up to my
like,
wife and said that, like
I ain't
this
gonna
right
pretend
here,
I
like
don't see you.
this must be
But there's a
rubbed.
confidence in me that lets me, that allows me to walk up to you and say, yeah, but this is my shit. And that's, you know what I'm saying? It was the love thing. And so we always knew from the door, either we was going to embrace each other or not like each other, because we saw the same thing off each other. And we didn't want to be like two jealous chicks. Just fit. And like I said, every time I'm meeting each one of y'all, it's like that thing. And I'm like, this shit is
Same thing with
crazy.
Ham. Same thing with Lee T.
Yeah.
Everybody got their own fucking flavor, and it has something to do with the thing that I say as a little girl, a little boy, growth or journey. It's no different as a little black boy. I had to learn how to navigate as a little black boy. People taught me certain things, but I had to learn when to shut the fuck up, when to speak up, know when to run, know when to stay, know when to fight, know when to lie, know when to tattletale, know when to not tattletale. I think y'all hair being robbed of the opportunity to develop who you are through your hair was a detriment. But now, as a grown woman looking in the mirror saying, I'm finna let this hair do what it does and figure out a way to be me, and each day you may do something different or blah blah blah, your outfit can't look the same. You know what I'm saying?
Because my hair don't look the same.
Certain shit don't, that's what they not understanding. So that's why people that are not natural, that's into all that, they look at people like y'all and they always say, something about their style I like. Because it's something about their hair you like. You can't pinpoint it. You can't figure it out. You don't know why. So when you got your hair a certain way and your makeup a certain way, you got to get the goddamn outfit off the rack a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Certain shit don't go together.
Yeah, certain shit. You can't be out this bitch. You can't rock no Afrocentric shit with all that shit. You look like a fucking zebra with spots. You see what I'm saying? It's like y'all, that what they call it, natural hair journey, I'm assuming. That makes, I watch my wife motherfucking go from, oh, I look like a little boy, to, okay, this little boy, I can rock this little tomboy. Oh, okay, to blah, blah, to blah, blah, to the, I'm the goddamn, oh, yeah, this motherfucking naughty ass hair right here. Fuck you. And as you go throughout, men act different, explain this thing of how y'all become what you are, to where you don't even care about the bump on your face, how your teeth look, how your eyes squint. You don't care about nothing. Explain how this hair supersedes all that those perceived flaws.
I would have to say it piggybacks. The hair is the beginning, and accepting the hair and the struggle and the fact that it's different. But then the magic that is unique and is yours and it can never be replicated. Yeah. So everything flows from that, and it helps us. I almost simulate my hair to like my antennas, to the source, you know. And so it just helps me stay in tune. And it also, what was I going to say? Something about tying it into the confidence and the magic and everything that you were talking about earlier. I think in accepting the hair, it allows us to accept and see the magic, you know, in who we are. It's just the beginning of peeling the layers back, like, oh my goodness, look at what is happening as a result of that. So then it just transcends and flows into everything else, you know.
And me being a cosmetologist, it's like, I know how to enhance my beauty by I could do, you know, I would be up, I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, I think I want to sew a weaving. Like, I could do that shit. You know what I'm saying? With no problem. I've worn makeup, like, so this is not, you know, when people say naked girls be contradicting themselves. No, I lived it. I wore it. It was easy access. It was easy for me to do. I wore weave and didn't care how I dressed because I let my hair be my outfit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it made me a lazy person when it came to my style, and I am a person that loves fashion. So to let my style go down for a sweatsuit because I got on weave, I was showing myself anyway. You know what I'm saying? To
say that again, because I want people to understand that as men, we see these women just because they got a fucking weave on and makeup, they think they can just have on some fucking flat jellies, a fucking sweatsuit, or go out with the fucking pajamas and shit on. So say that again, how, because I know you was the fucking pink sweatsuit queen of the world. Go ahead.
That's all I wore was Victoria pink sweatsuits. I mean, when you wake up, first of all, you don't allow yourself no prep time because you got this weave that's already ready to just damn. You ain't even got to brush the shit, you know what I'm saying? And so you jump out the bed and you throw on the first thing. So you having no personal time with yourself. And because you can't see yourself, you're not doing the things that you need to do for your health. You know what I'm saying? You're not drinking water. You're not eating properly. You're not, and again, you're not exercising, all these things because you don't have to. The world tells you all you need is this certain length of hair. And you know what I'm saying, with a certain wave pattern, and your shit is straight. And you hide behind that. And it just becomes, it's just the laziest shit. And so,
because y'all look, although, I mean, we keeping it funky, y'all look like little girls up there. Just y'all hair. But you can look at your cheeks or your neck and tell that y'all 35 or 40, you know what I'm saying? You can, but it's a youthful glow. It's something. It's that youthful glow. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look like little girls, and y'all respond to each other like little girls. I can't wait to see how y'all respond to Omalola. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see. You know what I'm saying?
Jamaica.
Yeah, I mean,
Jamaica.
Man, and everybody's so dope, cool. Everybody's like a fucking star. A supernova in their own right, man. At this point, do y'all? I mean, y'all just talk. I don't know, cause it's like I'm asking questions, but it's like I'm in awe because we're down here, and it's like this is a blue dot. Blue dots. Say for example, like the Mutants and Professor X. It's like blue dots want for their other blue dots. Better than they want for themselves. And we understand it's easier for me to believe and stay in Greenland for Sonya Lynette than it is for my own shit. Because I have emotional attachment to my own shit. There's resistance to my own shit. So say, for example, how does blue dot shit work? Sonya's screaming Naked Girls Texas. Austin, specifically, Naked Girls ATX, right? Now, watch this. As hard as she's believing for that, that's manifested in pulling us here. She believed for that so hard that when we talked about coming to Texas to do a chapter, me, Chris, and Shamika, ain't none of us feel like, well, what's the point of that? All us like, that shit gonna be dope. That shit gonna work. That shit gonna be like the Black Panthers. We got the dream like it's gonna be like a chapter in every city, blah, 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 blah. It's like, but that's because she started believing first.
She said, Dad, that was good. They are antennas. Okay. My hair, Deidre said, Kelly says, yes, but why though? Why though? Why do they want to touch my hair is the question. Deidre said, my hair has always been like my source of how I am. Kind of like Samson. And then Ian said, I never really wore makeup, natural is beauty. Jamaica said, they cut slaves' hair to cut them off from the spiritual connections. Marquita said, I believe that. Do somebody hair and you get high as hell because it's energy conductor. And Zane said, my hair nappy as fuck, but high school somebody said my hair is so. Anyway, I was looking back for Deidre's. My hair is down to my ass, so when people ask me, please don't. When I did Deidre hair, you could feel the heat coming up from her scalp. Marquita, you're so right. Chris did my hair for the Beauty and Beyond, and we really felt the heat come off my head. Now, it's a different type of heat because when a woman is going through menopause, you could feel that. It wasn't that. It's almost like I could feel that without touching it. And I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but think about it like this, real quick. We just think about it in basic science. You put them goddamn hot curlers on your skin to see what happened to you. You put them hot curlers on that shirt to see what happened to that shirt. You put them hot curlers on some aluminum foil, you ain't got no problem. You can put them curlers on your hair.
So look what Marquita says. My hair burns my stylist if it holds so much heat when I let her do when I do let her work, you know, do it. Yeah. And so that goes back to what you said, Jay. Vampires. Yeah. Marquita said, I am an albino. I am an albino man. I was born a super mutant. I have always seen through feelings and felt energies. My shit has been amplified through bears and bubbles.
So Sonya,
that's how I feel.
Are you a
That's
psychic?
Yeah.
Discuss your psychic abilities, because I told the class from day one, I said we all gonna be psychics.
Okay, so psychic abilities have been upon me, and I would imagine all blue dots from the beginning, and it's just a matter of recognition. And then once you recognize, accepting it, and then after acceptance, actually walking in it, applying it, utilizing it, like funneling your energy. I always felt like I had superpowers, like She-Ra and all of those cartoons, and it was a matter of picking the good side or the bad side. So when Bears and Bubbles started, and you know, by me wanting to be naked, the accountability was on me, you know, seeing the consequences of the fuck shit that I had done in my life, and I'm like, okay, there's gotta be, if I'm as magical as I fucking like to think that I am, then there's gotta be something that I can do about it. You know, just like I did it, surely I can fix it. You know, if the power was there on me to fuck it up, then the power is also within me to fix that shit. And so, same thing with the hair, you know, not knowing how to do it, not knowing that I have different textures, not knowing that it's gonna create a different side of who I am and facilitate a different style concept for how I want to present myself. That just goes even deeper into all the things that I've already wanted and that have already come true. Like as a little kid, I'm in my hometown and we just moved there, 6th grade, 7th grade. I run into this lady and she's like, "You gonna be my volleyball star." I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay," because I've been dreaming about something. I just don't know what it was. Come to find out, that shit was called volleyball. You know, it wasn't basketball, it was volleyball. And so she planted the seed, and immediately I responded and picked up on it. And that just opened the door for all of the rest of the visions to come through. And it was just a fire inside of me. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what to do. But Source kept saying, "Go here, do this, talk to these people, sign up for that, watch this on TV." And then by the time I'm a freshman in high school, I'm like, "Bet, okay, I can go to college." Okay, well, who wants to go to college and pay some? Let me just go to college for fucking free. You know, like, you gotta be kidding me. That's out there, it can be done. Oh, okay, well, most definitely. I just feel like if there's a crack in the door, I'm in. If you open the door, if you come like the knock on the door, the latchkey kids, I can see the light change when you come to the peephole.
And you like,
So
I'm gonna talk your ass.
I'm in.
I'm a vampire.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta
If
let
you
me
crack the chain, it's over. If I get you on the phone, it's done. If you answer my email, if I got your number, even if I hear your name in passing, whatever it is that was supposed to happen, it's already going down.
And
So
you know what?
made me-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That made me feel like when I was talking to Dennis Ferlin, ex-wife, and she was just like, she was like, "I don't know what I'm doing now." She has a career and all this stuff, and she was like, "I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I know what I know how to do. I know how to do." And I remember saying that to Daywan, like, your mama might not be walking around knowing what she's doing, but what you just see me do right now, that's what the fuck I know how to do.
Yes.
And we all know what the fuck that is that we know how to do.
It's like Shamika sitting at the house tweeting, and everybody fucking responds to her. It's like, why the fuck McDonald's responding? Why is Morris Chestnut? Why is Vivica Fox retweeting her stuff? Why is The View? Why is the Oprah Winfrey Network? Why does Tommy Sotomayor? Why is she sitting down? I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, you got to give me a Twitter lesson. And she literally like, all you gotta do is this. All you gotta do is catch him at this time, and this how you do it. And I'm like, the shit that people do, they do so well, and motherfuckers like, what the fuck you mean? I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? But then people ask me, say, yo, man, you just break shit down well, and I be like, motherfucker, it just seems like what I do.
Yeah,
and
it's a natural talent.
Yeah,
it's a gift. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, B Mays. That made the shirt, he said he coming to Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
When,
today or tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, from
Oklahoma.
Yeah, he like, you know, that's the thing. It's like, people like, man, fuck that. This is squad. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. We got to go ahead and plan us a squad meeting place. You know how you do. We got to find somewhere kind of centrally located, book a lodge or something. You know, yeah, we can fuck around in Texas, book a lodge or something, and motherfuckers come down and squad meet up. It might be a year from now, you know what I'm saying, or 6 months. I just feel like this is some shit that's like, what people don't realize, this is like how the hippies were formed. They don't realize the hippies were like, fuck it, we don't need to work, we can help each other. We just gonna travel the country. We gonna do this. And them motherfuckers actually ended the Vietnam War. A group of young kids that said, fuck college, we gonna smoke reefer and have a good time, and we not gonna live under the confines. So y'all with this natural hair, some about it always make you want to do your own thing, because there's always somebody fucking with a black woman about her hair as it relates to her employment and earning, you know, food for her cubs.
And I dealt with that a lot in school last semester, because, you know, we get to the end and they want you to go on these interviews and this and that. And as much as mass comm, it seems like it would be something that's a creative, you know, because it's a creative field, you would think you can maneuver in. They still want it so structured. So I found myself trying to figure out, well, what am I going to do to my hair? And you like, you find out that they're just, you could get a fine for having locks and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, really? So I'm in between trying to say, I'm going to go against the grain, but I got to you got to give me this. And I was just like, wow. And I don't like it. I don't like to have to conform to the rules. It's like, let me make my own. I thought that was good.
And I never did. I don't know. I would imagine that's true with all the other blue dots. Like, we've never conformed and always questioned, and we're always different, always thought outside of the box, always felt different. And,
and always had a certain level of, I believe, mental anguish, depression, and anxiety.
Because you flip-flopping. You have to flip-flop all the time.
Living in this world knowing that that's not what you want to be and do and feel. And literally, we have always let our feelings guide us, but then the world and the pink say, your feelings, you shouldn't want to feel like that. Like, so what? I don't give a fuck if that's his girlfriend. I don't give a fuck if that's such and such. I don't give a shit if you don't like the fact that I'm finna go over here and do this. I always say girlfriend first, because that's just the way my mind works. But like, I don't give a fuck if you say I can't do that. I don't want you to motherfucking be my boss and pat me on my back. I had a job making 32 hours out, a motherfucker patted me on my back. Ron is a good worker. I said, motherfucker, I ain't no horse, don't pat me, motherfucker. In front of all the corporate, and the police came and like went to jail because my rebellious ass couldn't take this white man simply patting me on my shoulder like I was a goddamn horse. Like your car, make it up a long hill or a long trip, and you finally said, whatever we call our car, the blue dot, you know, we said, good job, blue dot, and you slap the dashboard, boom, boom. The motherfucker pat me on my back like that. Motherfucker, don't do me like that. So I don't even call it rebellion. I call it me. You said something the other night that I don't know if the whole class was watching. You said Bears and Bubbles introduced you to you, and you said the past you, the present you, and the future you. Go ahead with that, because I think the class needs to hear your synopsis of that.
Well, Bears and Bubbles introducing me to the former me allow me to recognize that I was always me, that this isn't anything new. So it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel. When we say I'm finding myself, it's the self that was always there. And so in saying that we're finding ourselves, to me, I took it as I've gotten away from myself. You know, I've been distracted. I've been deterred. I've gotten off track. I'm lost, you know, biblical terms, 40 days and 40 nights and, you know, whatever that is, in the wilderness and so forth. And so Bears and Bubbles aligned with who I was seeking, searching, dying to identify and connect with. Like, I have to find out who it is and what it is that makes my magic manifest, you know? And so that I have to become in tune with. Fuck everything else. It's absolutely necessary. When you see me hashtag align or die, that's because that's how I felt. Like, if I could not get back in line with my blue dot, I would die. And every manifestation that came along with
Y'all
that.
spread out a little bit. You talk, use the board, talk with the board.
Okay, so
Step up to the side, Christy. Because you
see.
said align or die. I'm gonna zoom in.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna zoom in on the board. Do a little teaching real quick.
All right, so.
No. Go to the board. Touch the board.
Okay. Give me just a minute, if you would.
Oh,
please.
okay.
All right. Let's see.
And just talk about what you see up there right now.
I see me all day, every day. I see the source that connects me to everything else. I see my big ass head, you know, and all of the pink and the fuckery, family, religion, school, degrees, education, the food, social media, you name it, relationships, even my image of myself, my self-esteem, that was all here. Love, I'm feeling like I'm in hell. I mean, y'all know. Blaming other people and not taking accountability for my actions. I did this. I created these scenarios. These are all my manifestations. I wanted the shit. Whatever the fuck it was that I felt like I was feeling bad about, I wanted it. I did it for whatever reason. Not absent father, absent mother,
That's
whatever.
like,
Yeah.
Say that again. Talk that talk.
I did it all because I wanted to, you know? And so the world led me to believe that I needed to connect it to something, that there had to be a reason. Well, maybe I'm just fucking yellow smutted the fuck out today, and that's just what the fuck I wanted to do. I was real in line with my yellow self, and I accepted it and I rolled with it. And that's just the way that it was. Now, was I thinking about, you know, taking accountability for it, what the consequences would be? No. But again, it's going back to the magic shit. If I could fuck it up, then I could fix it up, you know? So just looking at that for me, like realizing that all of this shit is centered around fucking me. There's nobody else on here but me. And so, and my source, of course, you know, but that is me. I could easily be implanted right into this big blue bubble. I'm just a cut, you know.
Tell them about the bug real quick. What happened with the bug?
Okay, so we're sitting here, I guess maybe the first night we were here, and we're rapping, we're on the floor, and my perspective, my point of view allowed me to see a giant bug, look like a roach. And so Javon was like, not gonna say, oh shit. And I just happened to see it and like, oh shit, like we killed the bug. Get that bug. The bug goes from right here to right here.
Directly to source.
Directly
and
to
only
source.
You and source.
Yeah, it only made 2 moves, I guess, that I saw. I didn't see it move up there. I just
saw it
appear there. And I was like, oh shit, Bug, you heard me.
Yeah.
And then you was like, Javon, immediately the rolls kicked in.
Yeah, I was like, get
Bug,
your ginger roll
get your
ass
man ass up
and
and get the
kill this
bug.
shit. I'll
Okay?
make a fucking sandwich later, whatever the fuck. I wash some fucking dishes, whatever you need.
Yeah.
You just kill this fucking
Kill the
bug.
bug, kill
Yes.
the bug. So we go to try to kill the bug, and he's like, get a broom, it's up here. I can't even find the broom now. Mind you, this is my house. I know exactly where the fuck the broom is. But in the midst of the
Because that motherfucker
scenario,
was big.
because it was big as shit, and then it fucking flew. It flew from here to there, so I'm thinking, not thinking that it's gonna fly. And so it did that. It flew, it came here. I'm walking to go get the broom, and Javon is looking for the bug. We're looking for something to kill the bug with, and he says, where did it go? And
I'm like, it's on source.
well,
You said
first
the
I
board.
said it's on the board. And then
He's like, I
Chris
can't
is
find
like,
it. It's on source.
yes, she has a direct line to see that it was on source. So
Dead
it went
on the
from
unit.
out of our reach
To directly
to right within a finger thumb
Mhm.
manifestation. It walked right into what we needed it to do.
And I
present
thumped it
itself.
right.
Yeah.
It wasn't no
No
aggressive.
resistance, no aggressiveness. We didn't even get the broom. Never need the broom. No swatting. There was no struggle.
It didn't fly when you got
Didn't
close
fly.
to them.
Yeah,
Just walked right up to it. I said,
Yeah.
oh, he dead.
yeah.
Back and just
Boom.
thumped him.
That was it. Yeah.
And we laughed
Yes.
so fucking hard. It's just like right now, as you saying a line of die, somebody has typed that shit.
No way.
Yeah, it's like the shit that we laugh about. I'm talking to you, and I'm like, we about to pull up on PA House. And you like, yeah, so when y'all get to Houston, I'm like, oh shit, we turned on Houston Street. Now when I go
Yeah.
back, Chris,
Mhm.
remember when we dropped PA back off, the street that we turned down, the shit be like Austin Street,
Mhm.
Houston Street, Fort Worth, Dallas, El Paso Street. It was just a whole strip with the cities of, but at the time
Mhm.
when you say Houston, and I'm like, oh shit, we turning on Houston
Houston
Street.
Yep.
That was so amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we go back and I tell PA, he like, yeah, every street on this motherfucking street
Mm-hmm.
is named after a city in
Uh-huh.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, they just named that right there way back then so I can feel
Yeah.
right today.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't realize when I say the butterfly effect. It's hard to believe that there's a collective consciousness source. It's hard for people to believe that Sonya Lynette was born the year she was born in, went to school where she went, signed up for Facebook when she went. I met you when I met you. You was a little 4-year-old girl, wanted to be Olivia Newton-John. I always wanted to be a teacher. Shamika was born when she was born. Omalola, parents came from Africa. Motherfuckers cannot see how this shit is interconnected for such a time as now. As sad as it is, Martin Luther King was supposed to fuck with Jesse Jackson. Martin Luther King was supposed to fuck with Andrew Young and them. Jesse and Al did some fuck shit. You know? But he was supposed, Jesus was like, yo, man, it's time for me to die.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Judas, do what you was born for.
That's what we said, that the bug sacrificed
His
itself
life.
Yeah.
To
to
show us.
This was the first night y'all had gotten here.
Mhm. And we were talking about these
But
manifestations of things that's happening all the
repeat
time
it
to show
over
us that
and
it was
over and
Yeah.
over again.
and that
like,
shit happened
and
like
it happened
right then, like
right there.
here you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we were sharing stories about our Bears and Bubble manifestations. Like, you know, y'all were talking about the Houston Street thing, things that had happened to you prior to coming to me. So then when y'all got here, I was like, man, let me tell you about this, and this, thus confirming Bears and Bubbles. And then boom, here it is, an incident, an occurrence for all three of us to experience at the same time.
How dope is it going to be for the most flyest, confident, most beautiful women on the earth walking around saying we're total women because we're naked girls and we understand Bears and Bubbles? How dope is that?
And it's like I'm always the type that was like, I want to get with my friends and like walk in the club, you know, because I like the showboating of it. But I really still want to do that. But in the sense of saying, I want people to be like, how the fuck are they walking around so fucking confident in themselves? Like, I want that shit so bad. It's not about having booty shorts on, although I will probably have on booty shorts. But it is about saying, yo, the world says these chicks should have their head in the sand. And we say, fuck you, we won't. Absolutely. I want to do that. I want to stampede the room.
Yes. And that's so crazy. Like, you use the word stampede.
Like, that's how I feel.
Because when she got done, I was going to interject and say, I almost feel like the ground moves underneath me when I walk. Right. So like, then when us walking together, it's just groundbreaking. You know, the earth moves. So if the earth moves on our behalf, how much more will the universe adjust on our behalf, you know, for us? Yeah, stampede, absolutely. You hear that miles.
Am I Chrissy? Ready? I'm on top.
Okay.
You
know it's
coming. Jam it out.
I'm beautiful, I'm so supreme. I'm better than you, it's my life. I call shots. I can do whatever I want. I've been doing my own thing. I'm better than you. Set the rules to my own game. I'm better than you. I set the rules. They say that I am conceited. Well, I must admit, I think I'm the shit. They say that I talk too loud, but when I rock the crowd, sit your black ass down. I can't, I do,
all the time.
I wake up just to make my own rules. I can't, I lose,
never.
I'll take the cost to make my own move. Yeah, I'm beautiful, I'm so fly, supreme. I'm better than you, it's my life, I call shots. I can do whatever I've been doing my own thing. I'm better than you,
Yes.
I do, I set the rules.
Come on, Tamika. Come on, Tamika.
I ain't trying to say I'm better than you. I'm just listening to the mirror on the wall. I really had to be to love myself now. I believe that confidence is what I want. 'Cause I can do whatever I want.
That's my Ellen. I love that part.
I
told you I think of a new term for us. So it's like a black and a
yeah. I've been doing my own thing. There's my own game. I'm beautiful, I'm so supreme. I'm better than you, it's my life, I call shots. I can do whatever I want. I've been doing my own thing. I'm better than you, set the rules to my own game. I'm better than you.
Squad, we love y'all. We gon' be in Dallas in a while. I'm better than you. I'm better than you, babe. I'm better than you, bitch. I just wanna be on the screen. I gotta be on the screen, goddamn.
Come on, y'all. I was born great.
Yes,
Born
ready.
Yes.
No fake nails, no fake hair, no fake eyebrows.
Eyelashes.
Yes, I was born to win.
Am I
Yes.
Chrissy? Ready? I'm on top.
Yes.
We will
love
see y'all